Hey, what's up guys, this is Eva back with another action figure review. Today we are looking at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Avengers Endgame Armored Thanos figure. Yet another better late than never review because this guy's been out for a while. Just very difficult to obtain. I had an order in and then it got canceled because of whatever reason the store had. Actually, I'll mention them. HLJ, Hobby Link Japan, screw them, honestly. This thing was in my warehouse, private warehouse, basically your pile of loot for 2 weeks. They had it, and then they suddenly said that they don't have the stock. So obviously, when the price went up, they went ahead and took it and sold it for more, or they took it for themselves. So that's the only explanation for that. Anyways, yeah, don't buy from them. I don't recommend that site at all when you're buying Japanese figures or directly from Japan. Don't use Hobby Link Japan. Well, anyways, through the power of the community and friends, that I got hooked up with this Thanos, pretty much close to the Japanese retail price. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm starting to talk too much, so let's proceed with the review. Here it is with the white package art on the back. We get to see what we're about to see anyways, so let's go ahead and get it open and check them out. So for some odd reason, Tamashii decided to make this entire line of Endgame figures very limited and allocated, so they're really hard to come by. They sold out real quick both in US sites and Japanese sites, so really hard to get your hands on. Probably one of the most popular figures for the most popular movies of the year. You know, it's kind of crazy, but it is what it is. And here is the almighty Titan, the Mad Titan Thanos, and he looks good. I like the colors. First and foremost, the armor looks good. We all wanted a armored Thanos, and here we have him, and it's looking nice. Definitely looks nice. I did like the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Thanos, but of course this one's gonna take the cake already. And this looks good. So we do get some option parts, which is always nice to get. This is how he comes packed in the box. We got the normal fist and the gauntlet fist right there, and then we have the normal face attached. We have 2 gauntlet hands and 2 normal hands. So the 2 gauntlet hands consist of 1 open hand with the fingers kind of relaxed. They're just straight down, as you see. And then the Infinity Stones look good, just like the Infinity War Thanos, the same design there. And then we do get another set of open hand, but this time the fingers are posed here, so you can see the difference there. So you get an option to close the hand, grab something, or pose his hand like this, or just relax his hand down, which is cool. Then on the other hand, we get the same deal, just a little bit different. So we get a posed hand, just like the gauntlet hand, but instead of a relaxed hand, we get a grabbing hand, so you can grab a weapon, which is his helicopter blade that he takes off his Thanos helicopter in the movie. I'm just kidding. This is, I don't even know the name of this thing, but it's a big double-bladed weapon. Guys, help me out with the actual name. I'm sure somebody knows it. It comes apart so you can easily attach his hand there, and then you put it back on, so that way you don't break anything trying to get him to hold his own weapon. And the weapon looks good. I like the sculpt, the paint's nice. It's silver with this goldish, bronzish kind of color. I don't know, I probably got that wrong, but it looks good. That's all of his accessories in terms of hands and weapons. And now onto the faces. We can swap out the face here and have a Thanos smiling if you want him smiling, or a Thanos very angry if you want him very angry. So good option parts. So once you attach the smiling, grinning face, this is how it looks with the helmet on. And then here he is with the mean face, the yelling, very angry face on there. So with that being said, or that being shown, I can confirm that the helmet, you can get him to take off the helmet and just hold the helmet alone, but the head's not going to work because it's only a half head. It's not a full, and it's a little difficult to get this apart without trying to break it. There you go. So it's only a half head you see here. So the other half is of course hidden behind the helmet, but you can combine the helmet to get him to kind of just have a helmet taken off. But you got to figure out a way to get another Thanos head on there that isn't this one, of course. That is a full head. So maybe if we take the Infinity War Thanos head and put it on this one, it might work. You know what? It may not be an exact skin tone match, but I'll take it. That looks pretty good to me. So this is the Infinity War Thanos SH Figuarts head on this guy. The peg is actually surprisingly okay. You know, normally they do this on purpose where they make the peg very different from each other so you don't swap heads. But this one actually clicks in and it's on there pretty hard. It's not loose. I mean, clearly it's not meant for this one. It's not the same size, but it also isn't too big or too small. It'll go in the hole and it looks pretty good. Now the neck and the head don't match 100%, but it's not too bad because you don't see it all that good. But this is all I wanted to do here, was get him to hold his helmet and have a bald head, of course. And you can see right there, you can really see the neck not matching, but you can deal with it. I mean, at least I can. I think that looks good. Honestly, I'm pretty stoked about this right here. So yeah, it's a shame that we didn't get this already with this figure. They could have packed in a bald head like this just so we can swap out. But I'm just happy that they made the face sculpt separate from the helmet. They could have just had it molded to the helmet, and then you can't hold the helmet like that. But yeah, we can do this, and that's all that matters. So his head's gonna swivel left and right. It's a little tight in this area because, of course, his armor. So he can go right and left about this far, which is okay. There you go. And then he looks up very little, to be honest, because it pops off. So he doesn't really look up too much as anybody would want it to look up. So yeah, it is what it is. He is armored up. Looking down is more possible before it pops off. Still pops off, but there you go. He can look down about this much, which is still pretty good. And he does have a separate neck piece there, so the neck helps it articulate too. The arm is also going to get a little hindered because he's got this sort of like sand armor type shoulder pads here. It's, you know, it's expanded out, so it'll go forward this far, or you can go forward all the way, but it will get angled out like that. So it's not like a soft piece or nothing. It's very hard and it's gonna get hindered. The arm's gonna get hindered. He does have shoulder like sockets slash butterfly joints here. They do a little bit, nothing too crazy though. We don't have a bicep swivel. We do have some sort of a shoulder swivel slash socket. So it is what it is. The arm will go in and out about this far here. Then the elbows will bend at a double joint, and we have a swivel at the wrist with a hinge at the wrist. Diaphragm joint will swivel. It'll go back pretty good and forward. We get a waist swivel that goes forward and back too. The legs are gonna have the drop down feature right here, so you can allow for more movement. You can kick forward about that far and then drop it down again. You can go in and out about that far. We do get thigh swivels, double jointed knees. They do only bend at a 90-degree angle though. And then we have an ankle that hinges forward and back. We get the pivot, we get the swivel, and we get the toe hinge. Alright, and there he is next to the SH Figuarts Infinity War Thanos, the one that came before it, of course. Unarmored. The gauntlets are very different too. They changed the color completely on the gauntlet. In terms of height, of course, armored Thanos is a little taller. It seems like the helmet does give him some height, or the armor entirely gives him some height too, and he's a little bit more bulkier too, which he should be. So I think they did a great job with this and scaling this in comparison to the unarmored version, because if it was the same height, same thickness or bulkiness, it would be weird because it's, you know, it wouldn't make sense. So I think they did it perfect. And here he is next to the SH Figuarts Hulk, which is from Infinity War 2. Now we can finally recreate respectfully that scene from Avengers Infinity War, the beginning of the movie, where he fights Thanos, and Thanos was in the armor, just like this. So very cool, and I think the scaling is done pretty good too. Next to another big figure I wanted to put in the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Broly here, and he is towering over Thanos. But in terms of kind of their shoulders, he's just a little bit over Thanos. It's just the big head and the hair that makes him a lot taller than Thanos. And here we have him next to the Marvel Legends Age of Ultron Hulk, and next to the Mezco 112 Collective Casual Logan, and next to a Marvel Legend, just your average sized Marvel Legend on here. And we'll wrap it up with a Revoltech Iron Man. And I did get rid of the Build-A-Figure Armored Thanos, so I can't compare him next to him, so I apologize for that. Alright, thanks everyone for staying and watching my review of the SH Figuarts Avengers Endgame Armored Thanos. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, have a great day. Bye.
So desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same.
That's crispy.